Hey everybody, so we just got home after having a really long day. We went to the vet for Chimera's noon appointment. He was very well behaved. He did very well for the x-ray. He was really great for the vet, so that was all good. So, what did the vet say? Well, first of all, she was very pleased with how well he looked. He hasn't lost any weight. He gained a half a gram, so we were happy about that. And she said that even the swelling that's in his knee went down. So she thinks it was mostly swollen from that nodule that's in there and all the bacteria that was with it, just causing that kind of an inflammatory reaction. So now it's gone down, and yeah, it has. I mean, you guys have seen it, be much worse, but you can see it looks like he just has a regular kneecap now. It's not so bad, right? Okay, so she said, and he's shedding again. Well, no surprise there. Right now it's just little pieces of shed, so that's okay. I did take eyelid shed off of him this morning because I thought, oh boy, that's all we need is to get that in his eye, and then it's downhill from there. Okay, so he went in for his x-ray, and she is going to have the radiologist look at them that looked at his original ones to make sure that he concurs with her. And then she'll call us next week and let us know if there's any difference in what she said. But essentially, the nodule that is in his abdomen that's pushing on his lung is still there, but it did shrink down. So that was wonderful. That was the best case scenario and the one we were hoping for the most, that we just didn't know for sure if we were going to ever be able to find, but we did. So it shrunk down. She's going to have the radiologist just take a gander at it. And if he agrees, then, he'll be able to go on and live a little dragon life for as long as he can. Now, he will still have a little bit of being winded with exertion. If he gets excited about something, he'll get a little winded there, might have to gape. But kind of like he's been doing for the last 3 days. But that should be the extent of it. And then if it should start to get larger and he starts gaping more, then we will go back on antibiotics. Now that we know that the broad spectrum antibiotic he's been on is working, we'll go back on that, and he'll go in for probably a long period of time. But since we know it works, then that's what we would do until it shrinks back down and he's back to what his new normal is, which is what he is today. So that was exciting news. He was so well behaved. I was so proud of him. She also said that this is the best she's seen his mouth. I said, me too. I was really glad that it had done as much healing as it did. I mean, he just sort of all over had improved. So that was phenomenal news, because that's what really we were hoping for. And then the only other course of treatment for him, if we should, like, let's say the node that's in his abdomen got bigger and he was struggling to breathe again. Okay, so we would give him the antibiotic. If for some reason that antibiotic stopped working, then the next course of action would be to take a biopsy from the node itself and try to find out exactly what type we're dealing with, and then try a different medication that's specifically targeted to that type of nodule. But in the meantime, she didn't see a need to do anything that invasive, because Mr. Handsome just did a phenomenal job. He was such a good boy. And yes, I did have him in his sweater, and I had, his heat pads in his carrier, because Today, our temperature was 56, and where we were going to go to the vet was 53. That's a little cold for him just to be in his skin. Yeah, for just skin and scale activity. So, and he seemed to do fine. I took it off of him while we were at the doctor's office, although, you know, they love to see him because they think he's so cute, which he is very cute. And so we took it off while he had his exam, and they weighed him and gave him the x-ray. Yeah, and he was just really sweet, which he is really sweet. So it was all gold stars today, everybody. He had a banner day, and we could not be happier. Yeah. He's just doing phenomenal. Like I told her, and like I've said before, and I will 100% say it again. I have never seen a will to live as strong as this dragon has. I mean, in any other dragon ever. I mean, sometimes you'll get a dragon in and they're going to be struggling and have challenges. And, you know, you do everything you can. And, you know, they just kind of look at you like, thanks, but I'm checking out. Like they just don't have it in them to do what's needed and put in that level of effort to try to improve by the time you get them at that point. Okay. But this man, who had every reason to cash in his chips, don't count him out, because he has decided, heck no, I finally have what I needed and I'm sticking around to enjoy it, by golly. So there. Okay, Chimera. You're a good boy. Yeah, so, and I did tell him that, you know, because he was such a good boy, I have to get his sweater off of him and give him a little treat. I'm going to give him a cornworm. They're still kind of tiny, but I think there's 1 or 2 in there that he can eat. It'll make him happy. So let's take off your sweater, buddy. After we left, we didn't leave that city until almost 2:30 in the afternoon, and we hadn't had lunch at all. So we went to a restaurant up here in our town when we got back in town that we both really like, and that has outdoor seating and is very animal friendly. And we took Chimera with us because, you know, we couldn't leave him in the car. I won't leave him in the car. None of my animals getting left in the car. So because we couldn't leave him there, we took him in with us, and which is fine. As long as you sit on the patio, they don't care. You can bring your dog, your cat, your reptile, your whatever you have, which was nice, because in the town where we went to the vet, we stopped at just like a little restaurant that didn't have any outdoor seating, and he was in his carrier. And I just brought the carrier in because, again, didn't want to leave him in the car. And we walk in, and wouldn't you know, the waitress that seats us was a hater. Is that a service animal? Now, the only thing you could see on the carrier is that it said harmless reptile. I said, no, he's not. He's just, but I said, you know, I don't plan to open his carrier. I just didn't want to leave him in the car. I'm sorry, if you don't have a service animal, then you cannot come in here with him. And I was like, wow, you guys suck. I'm like, okay. So, come on, buddy. You can have it. You have earned it. You going to eat it? No? Alrighty. So, then, they said, where did the lid go? I literally just had it. They said, yeah, no. Health department says no, which is their cop out. Yes, the health department says no. But if I had said, yep, he's a service animal, they would have sat us. Same animal, same situation. But, you know, if you don't have the paperwork, right? Fine, whatever. We left. We went somewhere else. Gave them our money instead and took him with us. And, you know, as usual, he was a big hit. Okay, now you're licking your lips. Are you going to eat one or what? And so We literally did. We took him, and everybody came to say hi. Some lady came over and said, "Oh, can I see your iguana?" And then I had to say, "You are welcome to see my bearded dragon at any time." And then she asked questions. Oh, what's his name? Oh, how old is he? Oh, aren't you afraid he's going to bite you? Does he ever tail whip you? You know, I consider those kinds of times educatable moments because I feel like the best and greatest chance that these animals have is for those of us that have done the research, done the rescuing, done the raising, teach these people. And if they're asking the question, then they're in a mode where they're willing to listen to the answer. So their best and greatest hope for never being neglected or abused again is for us to teach the people asking the question. I think our greatest gift to them is to please, you know, talk to the people who are, one more for you, who are interested and willing to listen and find them fascinating. Carry a container with you of hand sanitizer. So if they ask, can I pet him? Yep, use a little of this and then you can pet him. And then I usually tell them, would you like some more hand sanitizer? It's up to you. When I take them to classrooms, that step will be mandatory. I'm going to have 2 bottles of hand sanitizer, 2 different colors, but the same stuff. One they have to use before they touch him, which is for his protection. Then there will be another bottle they can use when they're finished. That's for their protection. So that we don't have the big issue about, oh, salmonella. So, yeah. So he's not going to breathe perfect, but he is breathing and he's happy and he's a good weight and he's eating everything in sight, including his greens. And he's going to get to live out whatever his life is supposed to be from here forward. And we just have to be on the lookout for, you know, incidences of deeper, harder gaping, more frequent gaping, discharge that looks like it's coming out of his mouth or nose. And yeah, I'm going to keep cleaning his mouth just to make sure, because right now it's under pretty decent control and I don't want to lose that amount that we've already put in with that. So we're going to just keep treating his mouth. Yeah, he's such a handsome boy. And he should be good to go. So guys, we, Chimera and I, really want to thank you so much for all of your good wishes and all of your prayers and all your good thoughts, because it worked. He gets to stay around. It could so easily have gone the other way, you guys. It really could have. But here he is in his glory. So he will be staying here permanently. I'm taking him off of the rehome possibilities because he's going to require a level of monitoring that is a lot to ask of anybody that would be adopting a dragon. So he is here for the duration, however long that is. Next month will be a year that we've had him. We picked him up on the 7th of February. So we're going to give him that as a birthday. So there will be a little video and a little party for him on the 7th of February. See how little that gape is? You hardly notice it. And so that'll be his birthday. So he'll be 5 next month. And yeah, he's just going to be a permanent fixture around here. So you guys are going to see a lot more of him. And let's hope that nothing else happens to this poor dragon. He has really been through the ringer. He's paid his dues in multiple ways. So he deserves a break. So let's hope he's getting it, because enough's enough. Yeah. He's a good boy. Yep, he really, really is. All right, guys. Well, have a good weekend. I hope that your Friday was improved with that good news. Mine sure was. And, we'll talk to you more again soon. Yep. Chimera says, bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks for thinking all those good thoughts at me. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.